Hi Aquarians, and welcome to your weekly Taroscopes, February 15th to February 21st. Before I start, I really want to thank you for helping and supporting this channel and for these beautiful comments and words of support that I get. It is really greatly appreciated. I read them all and I try to respond to all of you. So if I didn't get to you, it's like sometimes like for some reason it's not allowing me to respond, so I sometimes try a few times and you get 5 same responses. Just ignore it. I'm not completely crazy. It is just like YouTube is playing games with me. So also you guys managed to push forward, like you were not in a strong lead at all, and I don't know from where did you come from. It's just like simply you ended up in being able to be among the first signs, and hence you're getting extended reading. I know I'm Aquarius, but I have to be fair. And right now I have to tell you that I really want and seeking your support, because like Scorpios, Aries, and Virgos are basically kicking our butt, and they're like really big supporters, and they're putting all this passion. And I know we Aquarians, we don't have that passion inherent like as our ability, but you know what, we have tenacity. So I really hope you can continue to support by sharing this on your social media, and it's just a button on the bottom that you can click and put on Google Plus and Facebook and Twitter. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and please like the video. That helps me and helps me grow and helps me give you a little bit more back. So what basically is happening this week, Aquarius? What is going on with us? Last week we did have Tower, and we were told we are going to avert a major disaster. I don't know about you guys. I kind of like I've been coming close to a few things, but I knew they were averted. I was kind of completely clear on that. But this week we are not that lucky. We have the Tower coming here. In fact, it's telling us to embrace. So it's going to be a rough ride this week. I'm telling you right off the bat, and I'm going to guide you through it. So let's go right into it. You know, what is crowning us this week is basically the card and theme of the week is like 10 of Earth. We kind of like start feeling cozy, and we have been doing lots of work lately, and that work has been, you know, like showing results. We are slowly healing from some past issues that we had. We are finding our place, and we are kind of like nurtured with our family, with our friends. But, you know, 10 is like really good space to be, but at the same time it's warning, because this is the end of the cycle and we have to start again. Isn't this nice? Like, I mean, it's never good, it's never bad, it's always a cycle. So right now, like, we're on the top of the good cycle, and which means, you know, that we might be feeling some turbulence because it's needed to get us to the next level. So opportunities this week, the good things would be like basically to reconnect and for us to go deep emotionally into things, you know. So it looks like we are going to try to do things that are not familiar to us, like look at the cats are swimming. This is not really their element. I don't know how many cats you have seen swim. I didn't see many, and if I did, they didn't enjoy. These kitty cats, not only that they enjoy, but they're actually throwing themselves in the water. So it's not fish out of the water, but cat in the water, but it has the same meaning. Basically this week, opportunity would be to just do something different, embrace something different, even go and feel emotions, because it will help. Restrictions would be the Death card. So what would this mean if that is restriction? This basically means a closure. It means a new start. Well, this is the ending and this is a new start. So it's saying to us that we are not ready for a new start. And that's kind of like really bizarre. So let's see why this is. I mean, I know, but I'll tell you in the end. So things to avoid. This talks about a teamwork. Teamwork, that it takes 3 people to accomplish something and to kind of like think strategically. So interesting enough, this seems to be a good thing. So it's telling us to avoid thinking strategically. It's telling us to avoid, you know, new beginnings, rebirth, and kind of shedding the old things. So at the same time, it's giving us this emotional feedback. Just feel comfortable with your family and kind of like reconnect with your old friends. You know, I don't know, reunions are coming up, so maybe you're going to be cold and reminiscing a little bit. Kind of embrace it. It's always good to know, you know, where your friends are and what they're doing. But here is the kicker. The thing that says to embrace is the Tower. And now it makes sense why we have this and why we have this. So the reason why we are being told that death, it's not a time to resurrect, that it's not time to experience teamwork, because it means we will be starting something just for that to be shattered down. Something that we have been working a lot, but there are still structures that need to fall. And you need to fall for us to completely start new and fresh. Oops, almost lost my mouse, and it's a real mouse, not a kitty mouse. So with this Tower, which I'll kid you not, it's the worst card in the deck. The kitty cats are going to land on the feet, but we as humans, we really don't have it. So what is basically here to embrace? Like, I mean, disaster? No. What you need to embrace here are the lessons that will come with it. So something will obviously come. This can mean even the ending of the relationship. This can mean prolonging a relationship that should have ended. This could mean your ex coming back and you have already dealt with it. You kind of like licked your wounds and now you're letting him in. And this is going to kind of shake this down if this is not a proper relationship, or it's going to tell you you need to rebuild it on a better kind of base. Oh, we get a visitor, another Aquarius visiting here. Hi, what is wrong with you? You like Aquarius and Gemini. Say hi. And can you please leave now? Yes, please. Tower? What do you say about Tower? Yes, you know what? I did give you a Tower card in my visual commentary, so let me do that again while I'm dealing with this Tower on my table. Just give me a second. Ow! Alright, I'm back. I guess now you remember this video from the last week. It is something that, you know, something bad happens, something even happens on top of it. It's just like the Tower is just like that. It's a feeling that something, it's just like basically out of our control. We don't see it happening. We don't see it coming. So what is there to embrace? That means it will happen. So why are we embracing it? Well, we are embracing that perspective that we are getting this, like that we are resourceful, that we can get out of the situation. So we have to give ourselves sort of like high props that we have evolved to the point that we can handle the situation, that we have confidence, that confidence is going to be proven to be true, and that our skills are going to serve really well in times of this crisis. So, you know, I don't like to see towers in my kind of read, but hey, it is what it is. I have to deal with it. So let's see what is the rune adding to this whole story, because we got the rune of necessity, and it was in the reversed before the kitty came here. Okay, it's still reversed, because this basically a rune, generally if it's positive, if it's upright, it would say increases our chances of success, but it is not upright. So I guess this week is again the week for clearance. It's like a Christmas sale. We have to put things and clean the house, because we cannot, like, I mean, bake cookies with the old flour. So it's telling us, you know what, clear the debris and rely on your family and rely on your closest, dearest friends. But the rest of that has to go. So the inverted meaning here, it says that there is some kind of like, we are still not in the right mental emotional state. I think Aquarians, some of us are still very indecisive over the things. We are not willing to go one or the other way. This is very unfortunate for Aquarians, because we're usually kind of forceful. And still, however, it's saying continue. Continue to be cautious, continue to be reserved, and continue to kind of like take small steps, especially this week where something unexpected will happen. And then, because you're getting extended reading, you're going to get a love card. And I generally don't like these cards too much, because they seem to be too positive and too kind of encouraging. And I like tarot because it's telling the brutal truth. And what we did get here is very soon. Clearly decide what you want, so that it comes to you now. So how does that kind of like link to everything? I guess we are in the period of figuring out who we are and what we want and why we want it, and kind of dealing with all these energies and learning that we can handle anything, and learning that, you know, something good can come out of even from the bad things. So I just want to clarify that Death and Tower over here, because they are two major arcanas, and they're like pretty powerful, and they can also mean death of love, you know, but death that we have to decide. It looks like love is offered to us, we can have it if we want. And yet when we think about the bad things that happen with this person, we are just like, oh, I hate this. He has to or she has to do this and this and this and this and this and this for me to feel right. And you know in your heart that's not going to happen. That requires a person to change a lot. And that we are just not asking this person to be a person but somebody else. And we know we have to let go. We have to find somebody for us. And yet, you know, there is somebody here with whom we had some good times and we are holding on to it. So this is basically where we are basically torn. So it's saying to you, saying to us, you know what, go back to where you feel comfortable. And this is how you're supposed to feel. Do you feel this way with this person? Or do you want to choose the person with whom you will feel this way? So let's see what this death basically tells me here. Very hard with the death card. Messenger, conversation, and money. What would this mean? Let's see. So it's going to be some kind of communication, most likely electronic, via email, via texts, that might have some financial dealings involved with it, or you know, discussion about money. So I don't know if this is a relationship for some of you. This may resonate because some of you might be going through separations or divorce and you have to address this money. And given that this is in a restriction position, it says basically it's a good time to open the conversations, but trust me, like the end is going to fall out. Don't make anything definite, just like open the conversations about this. And let me see this Tower. I mean, these two, like, I mean, are not the nicest cards of the deck, and getting them together, it's obviously very karmic. So karmic week for us, I guess, after all these love weeks, and even if we had a date, realizing, well, this is not exactly what I want, I really have to rethink it because I want to spend with this person another 50 years of my life. Can I put up with this? Do I want to put up with this? And do I need to put up with this? You know, nobody is sacred, and one person who should be sacred is us, and we have to work on ourselves. And when we don't work on ourselves, when we refuse to do it, then Tower happens and kind of shakes us down and cracks. So when we're not fixing the house is cracking and cracking and cracking, we're not fixing it, it happens, it plops. So let's see, what is this Tower basically bringing the message behind? What is the Tower? Clarify the Tower. Jumper card. Jumper. Lovely. Lovely. So the Tower is basically saying that we are still looking in the past. This card was all the past. Maybe this is the person who is from our past. Somebody we feel still connected to. Somebody who we are making alive. Maybe we are not with this person anymore, but we are making this person relationship alive. We are holding that energy, and that energy is like within us. We are kind of like keeping to ourselves and with our family, but this maybe is not really what is happening. But you know, like sort of like opportunity, I guess, will be here to understand the past has to stay in the past, to clarify this. And you know, so there is somebody kind of like remorseful, somebody who is realizing it is lost, but is looking this way. It's looking to the past. Scholar is basically a wiser man. Again, something happening from the past, something happening that we could have learned from the past, and fortune. So again, the Tower is going to bring us to the past and make us look at things and try to make us decide, is this for the books? Is this wise thing to do? We are going to make a good decision because Tower is not going to let us to make any other decision than good, and we are going to end up fortunate. So this is why we are embracing this Tower. Like, lovely reading this week, and I really hope, you know, you guys go through this turbulence of this Tower smoothly. So just be careful and understand that you still have your family, and let this channel be your family as well, because I consider you my extended family. Again, thank you very much for your support, and I need more, and I'm asking actually more from my fellow Aquas. Please, let's be the #1 next week to get a full blast and card. extra clarifications, extra cards reading, and for that I need you to help me, to support, share, subscribe, and I know we can do it together. Take care, and we'll talk soon.